on this computer. All right, so greetings, everyone. Welcome to our first of the weekly online sessions. And it's just so good to be connecting with all of you and to be back doing what I truly love. I truly love. And I started the groups down here this week as well. And as you know, I've got the event on Saturday for the Solstice, and that's turning out to be bigger than Ben-Hur. I'm a little shocked really at the response for that, but that's okay. It's all how it's meant to be. And so, you know, really, I guess I just want to say I'm just feeling enormous amounts of gratitude, and I'm really feeling deeply humbled, particularly this week with, you know, everything that's transpired. So we do have a bit to get through this evening, so I'll just get on with it. And some of this is old news for some of you, but just as some of you are already aware, back on April 27th, mankind, or, you know, the planet was seeded with a new level of Christ consciousness, which previously wasn't here on Earth before that time. It was there, but it wasn't able to be here on Earth. And the integration process has and will continue over the next few months. So, you know, you think back to the end of April, even to now, I know that you all have felt a lot of big shifts, a lot of changes, a lot of stuff coming up, probably a lot of tiredness, and certainly the thirst and the things that go with it. No doubt challenges in amongst all that, as the old stuff that doesn't serve you anymore is coming up. And so, and like also due to the magnitude of the golden light that came in, the magnetic core of our planet shifted as well. And you may have noticed this as a deep tone that's come through with those higher galactic frequency tones. And it's actually accelerating Gaia's heartbeat and her resonance to be at the exact same pulse as the universe for the first time ever. So, you know, that's another reason why we're feeling such big shifts. And the basis of our expanding multi-dimensional existence, which is the embodying of our multi-dimensional selves, has everything to do with our resonance and vibration. And it affects all consciousness. This isn't just happening to our planet. It's happening cosmically. And what happens on this planet has either dire or the opposite, like divine consequences to everything else. So, you know, when something of this magnitude occurs, it alters the archetypical Earth soul, and the souls of the individuals born under those configurations, which is us, due to the shift in harmonies. It shifts the harmonies in us as well. So, you know, like, I know I've said it a million times, but it's an exciting time to be here. Yes, we're facing challenges, but really it's a spellbinding existence, you know, and opportunities that we have. So, you know, a day doesn't pass where there aren't new alignments to make and new ways to learn, you know, how to work with the earth and the universe and the new harmonics and our hearts and our souls to activate specific sequences, really is what it's doing, of our unique, you know, creation, or our God codes, or, you know, whatever it is that you want to call it. Everyone's got their own description for that. So, and as we awaken more of that, we are fulfilling our individually unique destinies, because there's a There's an over soul sort of destiny for the planet and for humanity in large, but we all have our own unique destinies as well. And, you know, really also the spiral of our evolution, really our entire existence to this point is about to break through into another level. You know, as we're halfway through June, we've got the solstice, we've got July, we've got all the eclipses, and then August. You know, they're just going to engulf us with one opportunity after another for expansion, and embodying more of that which we are. And Syrians call switches, interesting enough, in adopting, you know, the perspective of our galactic families and universal beings. And it brings in a deeper and stronger tendency to operate from within a frequency-specific group, which is empowering. And we do that when we gather in our soul tribe like we are tonight, but it's, you know, I'm talking of a larger galactic frequency-specific group, you know, in that way. So there's so much. I'm getting really hot already. Please don't pass out on me yet, guys. There's so much vast rearrangement of our lives, our bodies, our souls, and our minds. And, you know, other really vast arrangements with new meaning coming to the fore and the beginning on Solstice, which we're in the portal of right now. And that is going to be then continue on. Well, we've had the full moon at the beginning of the week. That portal's still open, where we've merged that with the solstice portal. So we're in a double portal. And you know, what we're experiencing and feeling, which is really up-leveled again this week, will be non-stop now, all the way through to the powerful Lionsgate on the 8/8, and then continuing through to the equinox stargate. So we're not going to get much respite from these big downloads and the big upgrades that are happening. In my journal, I wrote, humanity has far surpassed the divine plan that really was just a potential. And, you know, I know from my communication with the galactics that, you know, the greater universe, the multiverse, really, we weren't really expected to succeed, but we are. We are. You know, despite the appearance of all the chaos, we are succeeding. And, yeah, the other thing was the divine plan lies within each one. Your life is in your hands fully now, and your plan is in your soul. And with each turn of event, you are being able, if you choose, if you do it consciously, to carry out your soul plan, which is absolutely and completely linked to the one will, or like the one heart, or, you know, prime creator or source, or whatever you want to call it. Everything in creation is being used to help us do this. So, and I have a friend that is very deeply connected to Mary Magdalene, and she said, she told her that through all the rapid change that lies ahead, the soul plan for each remains in place. So use your inner strength to walk in power and in love, And maybe that should be in reverse, in love and in power, because there's a difference between power without love. It then becomes a destructive force rather than a power for good. And they are, so yeah, she said, Mary Magdalene said, use your inner strength to walk in love and power. They are as two wings of a great bird in flight, always prepared to soar. Return over and over again to the source of the one love that you are, and remain in harmonic resonance with the feminine Christ force. Beautiful message. And as you all know, we begin with solstice, which you could spell as S-O-U-L, solstice. And solstice represents a significant turning point and a unifying force for all life, not just life on this planet, all life. And the cosmic meaning is, it's just not merely worship of the sun and the earth, though a time in which to honor the spiritual essence of life and bring to life the best of what lies within you. The best of you lives within your soul. And we get to our soul through our meditations, through our conscious connection, through the music that we make, through taking that moment, as Bernie was talking about, when she arrived at Maureen's and she got out of the car and she looked up and she took that moment just to go, there's so many stars and it's just so beautiful. And giving thanks. And you know, all the ancients understood solstice to be an illuminated time for an inner spiritual journey that individuals often undertake and connect with the cosmic journey of their soul. And this is the most powerful time in these portal openings to do that, to connect to that cosmic journey of the soul. You know, doorways or thresholds into the mysteries it's all more easily accessed during solstices, especially when we consciously engage this celestial flow. And solstice is a powerful time for doing ceremonial activations at sacred sites or anywhere you happen to be. And during this week's winter solstice here, and obviously summer up north, you know, it's an incredible, I think it's once every 26,000 year ascension gateway moment. So it's exciting and it's powerful, and yes, we're all tired, and yes, we're all, you know, a bit wide with it all, but hopefully we'll integrate some of that tonight with our journey. So, you know, on this day, which we'll call our solstice day, we shall ignite and amplify that journey. And from now and going through to the Lion's Gate on the 8th of the 8th, the embodiment process amplifies, guys. Sorry, there's going to be no rest. And each experience can, like, continuous, you know, all of us will experience continuous directives from within and without to become frequency specific with their soul. And I know we've talked before about how our souls hold a specific frequency that's unique to you. And we do this in order to be allowed to go through each portal and gateway and doorway as the illumined creation makers, capable, and we are doing it, and we're capable of doing it, of creating new realities and aligning with that beautiful intrinsic oneness. And so today we come together, and my intent for today is to strengthen your consciousness, or our consciousness and soul connection with cosmic consciousness, earth consciousness, and soul consciousness, and to bring you into frequency alignment with these heightened space of opportunity that we're in right now, this portal that's opened, in the hope to establish the the frequency union of the cosmos, the earth, and your heart. So, it's three hearts beating as one, and your soul. And this is a gateway. Like, this time is a gateway to your true original nature. And it allows us to embody, or it allows us to be in a state of binding you to your holy Christed self, your body of earth and your soul of the stars. So there's the Holy Trinity once more. And we get that sacred Holy Trinity, and we see it often. The galactics will send it through as in the shape of a pyramid or a triangle. Anyway, you know this is as it should. This is the only reason we're here on the planet. The only reason we're here on the planet. And not only do we have the solstice this week leading into the eight Lionsgate portal, but as I said, we are now entering into the eclipse portals. Now, all these portals are just layering one upon the other upon the other. So, from now until after the Lionsgate, it's going to be quite intense, and it's not really we're not going to have much of a breathing space in between any of this. And so we need to step up. We need to get really clear and really committed to the process to truly take advantage of these, these beautiful opportunities. And that's about all I have to say about that, I think. So I might just quickly unmute you all now for a sec. And I'm going to